Good morning.
Good morning.
It always takes a second.
I know. I'm like, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. Anyways,
Yeah. Well, welcome to the Wellness Wake Up Weekly. Woo!
a talk show host.
Yes.
Oh,
Right.
wait, you are.
Oh my goodness.
uh,
Well, good morning, Christine, and good morning, everyone. We are going to be talking about hidden stress today. Hidden stress that's affecting your body and mind, actually. So, I'm going to ask a question for you first. So, I want you to think about it. I want you to answer in the comments, and then we are going to introduce ourselves so that you know who we are, just in case you are brand new to tuning in to the Wellness Wake Up Weekly. So, first of all, have you ever been stressed but didn't even realize it? And well, what if that is going on in your life? And that's the case. A lot of people just know they're stressed. They're like, yep, I know it. But what if there was other stressors that you didn't even realize that are affecting more things than you realize? So drop
mhm.
a comment, let us know your thoughts on that. Also, let us know where you are watching from and what the weather's like where you're at. And Christine and I will go ahead and introduce ourselves. You can go ahead first, Christine.
So I'm Christine Lunsford. I am an Empower You coach. Um, Live in North Central Arkansas, and my brain gets to catch up with the rest of me because apparently it decided to stay in the other room. Anyway, I've got 4 Jack Russells and a wonderful husband. And I actually am super excited. I had one more person register for one of my college courses today. So
Yay! How exciting.
excited. I know I
And you
saw it
have
right before I came in.
chickens.
And I had chickens. Oh, yes. Oh, and my rooster right now, he may be on borrowed time.
Ooh, is he not
Actually,
being
I
a
think
very
we're
good
just
boy?
gonna have a come to an understanding meeting. I'm gonna lock him in the pen and we are going to have a come to an understanding meeting. No, I'm not gonna beat the rooster. So anybody out there who's gonna freak out, no, I've learned different techniques. You pick them up and you pet them.
And
Because
you talk.
he decided that he was going to fly up at me and scratch the back of my leg over the weekend.
Oh my goodness.
So anyway,
Are
if
we
anybody
getting
has roosters,
dangerous?
then
Off with your head.
actually, that is normally my response, but he is very good at guarding the hens. So he does not, I mean, unless he gets really aggressive, he's not going to lose his head. However, I will threaten him on a regular basis.
You hurt me again?
I know. And I say it every time. So anyway.
Oh my goodness. And Christine is also amazing at teaching people how to work with food and how it affects their body in different ways. She is amazing, and she has Can I announce your course? Is it okay?
Yeah, you can announce it. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
She
you
has a
can
brand
tell
new
her about
course.
it.
The food freedom method, which is awesome. So you're going to have to get with her on that, on details about that. She also has a book out. So definitely get your hands on that as well.
Oh,
It's
there's
called
so many
Wrong
things going
Answer.
on. Oh no, so many things going on. And the college class is actually going from confusion to clarity. So
Cool.
even if you don't do the food part, you get clarity on symptoms.
Yeah.
And
So if you're
that
local
gives you
to
power.
Christine, sign up for that class at the college. That will be super helpful in getting clarity around food and your body. So I am Carrie Marie Vaughn, and I am an Unstickify Your Life coach, and I am in upstate New York. Upstate, as in like in the middle of the woods in the mountains, and not just north of the city. No, no, and not out west either. People get upstate New York confused. So I'm in the Adirondack foothills. If those of you who know where the Adirondacks are. And I have my husband and I have 3 adult children, and we also have 3 cats. We also have 3 grandkitties or no, 4 grandkitties and 1 granddog. I forgot about Isabel's, which is awful, but it's because her cat's not living with us.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, Right now, I have something super cool that is absolutely free available to you if you're a little unsure what is holding you back in different areas of your life. It's called a stuck point scan. And so
Mhm.
you can go to literally stuckpointscan.com and take the free quiz. It's literally, or I'm sorry, I said it wrong. I'm so sorry. It's the stuck point quiz. It's a quiz, not a scan. The scan isn't free. The quiz is free.
The
But
quiz.
I can let you know how you can get a discount on the scan if you want to do the scan. But anyway, stuckpointquiz.com. Sorry for miss saying that. You can go take the quiz. It's 5 minutes, and it literally just brings light to the areas in your life where you are probably stuck, and it tells you what to do about it. So
Mhm.
I'm excited about that. It was a big work. Took a long
Yes.
time and a lot of brain power to put that together, but I'm really excited to bring it to you. And so, anyway, if you want the link to that, I'll pop it in the comments after because I didn't think to put it up on the screen.
That's
So
okay. It's very cool.
yeah, and it's pretty simple as far as just answer the questions as honestly as possible to get the correct answer.
No
It's
hidden stress involved.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly, and that's what we're talking about today. So
Yes.
not all stress feels the same. It doesn't always feel like panic. It doesn't always feel like overwhelm, which we're kind of used to those types of stressors in our life, but sometimes it shows up like exhaustion or
Mhm.
craving weird things or craving eating all the time or having brain fog. And so just keep that in mind that if you're experiencing anything that doesn't seem right, there might be some hidden stressors underneath.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it shows up as everything.
Yeah.
Actually, I just had a friend on Facebook that was posting a story from a few years ago and how it had showed up in her life. And she knew she was stressed, but she simply didn't realize how deep it went.
Yeah. It
And
affects you in so many ways. It's
oh,
crazy.
yes. So don't think that stress is only in your head. It is not. It physically will show up in your body.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would love for those of you watching, drop a big old fat yes, like all caps yes, if you have felt tired at all, like literally at all in the past, like and during the day. I'm not talking about in the evening when it's bedtime. Of course, we all feel tired then. But if you have felt tired at random times throughout the day, in the morning, in the afternoon, or if you have just felt off, like you're not sure what it is, what's going on, you can't
Mhm.
quite put your finger on it, but you feel just off, like not yourself, like there's something underlying going on, or if you have felt overwhelmed. So any of those things, if you have felt tired, off, or overwhelmed lately, drop a big fat yes in the comments. We want to know, and you know what? You'll realize that you're not alone.
You're not alone. And I think we all have felt it. I
Hmm.
mean, I even woke up this morning and I am tired this morning.
Yeah.
But I did a foot detox 2 days ago, so that's probably why, pulling all that stuff out of me.
Yeah, sometimes it takes and I tell that to people too, like, when I'm doing the stuck point scans, I tell
Yes.
people it could take a few days for it to fully flush out of your system. So we're releasing things, but it doesn't necessarily always release immediately. It sometimes takes a few days for it to fully release out of your body. And so a
Yes.
good thing when you are doing any kind of detoxing or releasing is to stay hydrated and also be super patient with yourself. Give yourself grace because you might feel a little exhausted or dehydrated for a few days as your body is processing. That is totally not what we're talking about today,
I
but
know.
just wanted to
So
make that known.
well, and here's the thing. It goes the other way.
Mhm.
So, your stress may not come at okay, sometimes your stress hits full on Mack truck straight in the face. Somebody gets hurt or somebody passes away. Okay, that is a stressor. But
Yeah.
you also have to think on the other side, you have a wedding. You're planning it for a year. You have a
Mhm.
year of all of those tiny little things, and that's where a lot of the hidden stress shows up, and then it'll suddenly hit you like a Mack truck.
Yeah, and the thing is like I feel like it's this like double-edged sword is like sometimes when you are stressed, it causes you to not sleep right, but not getting enough sleep is causing your body stress. So it's
Yes.
like, and not just sleep. I was just using sleep as an example because that's a really easy one, and we can all relate to that. We can all relate to not getting enough sleep, but we can also relate to having so much stress going on in our lives that we can't sleep. And so it's like, but it's like that for so many different areas of our life
Mhm.
that like stress causes something to go wrong, like our gut health, for instance, our digestion, that it can cause problems, but then having problems with that causes us stress. So it's always really good to know ways of managing your stress. But we're going to talk a little bit first before we talk about how to manage your stress. We're going to talk about some examples of hidden stress because, like you were saying, it's not just in your mind, it's literally at a cellular level that your body is
Yes.
experiencing.
It is a physical thing. I mean, poor sleep, the blood sugar spikes, or the crashes. Okay, ladies, hello menopause or perimenopause. You know, it doesn't. You already have hormone fluctuations, and then you add stress on top of it. It's just compounding.
Yep. And the inflammation.
Yes, information overload. This is a big thing, and we have both taken a fast from news
Hmm.
multiple times. I still do. My husband will say, "Did you hear?" And I'm like, "Nope," because it's like carrying around literally the weight of the world. So,
Yeah.
information overload. For those of us that are our age, you remember when the way you got the news was you read the newspaper
Yeah. Yeah,
or
and it
maybe
isn't
saw the
even
news.
just news, but, like, we are now connected to everything through social media.
Yes.
Whereas, like, think about even just, like, when we were growing up, the only way to be connected with others was when you got together in person, whether it be at school or at church or, like, community functions or at the store or whatever, but you weren't connected to everybody at all times and connected
Yes.
to all of that information. And so news aside, it's so easy to accidentally overload on information, on stimulation, because you're being stimulated all over the place. Sometimes you literally just need to take a detox from all of it, not just the news,
Mhm.
but social media and watching TV and all of the things. It's hard. It's super hard because we almost live our lives around that stuff these days. But try to
Yes.
carve out a time, like maybe it's once a week, or maybe you want to do it slowly and do like once a month or something. But oh my goodness. All right. So we're
Yeah.
not talking about
So
that though.
I know. Okay, so there's another hidden stress that we didn't really talk about it, and it's self-inflicted stress. As we're
Yeah.
talking about all that overstimulation, I think a lot of people get into story in their head. They see somebody on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or whatever, and they see how wonderful and glorious their life is. Please don't compare. I know you hear it all the time, but what you're seeing is their highlights, not their story. And
Mhm.
sometimes you're seeing somebody's chapter 5 when you're on page 1.
Yep. Yeah,
So,
that's such a great reminder, Christine, because I feel like it's so easy to compare. It's so easy to be jealous of where somebody is.
mhm,
And, we're all on our own journeys. We are all at a different place in our lives. We are all experiencing different things. We have different pasts. We have different dynamics. We have different skills. We have different likes. Like, we are just so different and unique that there is no possible way that we could be like somebody else. We
right,
could be
and that's
maybe
a hidden
similar.
stress. That's a hidden stress that we put on ourselves, and trust me, I do the same thing.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
easy to do.
it's just an awareness, and what happens is that your body basically goes into fight or flight
Mhm. All the time.
all the time, and your body doesn't know the difference between, a tiger and a to-do list
Yeah,
unless you tell it.
yeah. Another problem that we have too that adds a lot of stress, and especially these days when everything is like boom, 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 you gotta get everything done, is overscheduling yourself and
Oh,
literally not taking any downtime. Self-care and downtime and the breaks from things are so important and so needed, especially in the way that our society is and the way that everything is so fast-paced these days.
oh, yeah, and that
Yeah,
it's just crazy, and I think we've touched on a lot of how things show up. Low
yeah,
energy,
yeah.
afternoon crashes, cravings. Did you know that sugar cravings is a big one for stress?
Mm. Yeah, and that could be dangerous. So if you're watching this and you just heard that big, huge, long list of things, let us know if any of those things are affecting you right now. If you are experiencing any of those things that we talked about,
Yeah,
because that's major. That
it is. I mean, and brain fog, you know, you get forgetfulness and brain fog, and our wonderful friend Susan, she does teach on this.
Oh
But
yes.
this is and if you want the information, you just message me and I will connect you with Susan because she's awesome. Um, but that forgetfulness, a lot of people brush it off as age, and what if it's not?
Right. It's probably just a sign of, hey, pay attention. I have something going on. I'm being affected by stress and you're not you're not listening.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm gonna make you forget everything.
when you get stressed, does it affect how you eat?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like when I am stressed, it affects so many things. I feel like I get snippy. I feel like I don't sleep right. I don't eat normal. I either don't eat at all or I crave everything. Like it depends on, I think, how I'm stressed and what I'm stressed about, but it affects me in different ways. It always affects my eating for sure.
Oh,
For
yeah.
sure.
Well, I have a tendency to forget to eat anyway. You add stress on top of that. And the weird thing is, I don't lose weight. I just don't eat. And then I feel ill.
Yeah, yeah, because your body is craving the nutrients that it needs and that nourishment, and you're just like, "Oops, I forgot. I'm stressed over here about this, and I'm just not eating."
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I tend to go that way too of just forgetting to eat, but every once in a while, I'll just have these things where it's like I cannot get enough food, and I need to eat everything in sight, and I'm like, "What is happening?"
I will
But
do
I
the same
know
thing, and I crave crunchy and sweet.
That's so funny. I am actually the opposite. Well, not necessarily the opposite. I do like crunchy, but it's always salty for me. I rarely ever crave sweet things. It's very, very rare. But
I crave both salty,
salty.
crunchy, and sweet, like, at the same time. So I'll wanna
Oh,
eat,
okay.
potato chips and Peeps in the same sitting.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Peeps gross me out so much. I cannot
I love
stand
that.
just the thought of it. It grosses me out.
I love them. I love them, I know.
I think it's
It
the texture that is what grosses me out and the over sweetness. It's like sugar on top of sugar, and it's
it
just
is.
like,
It's a
"Ooh."
sugar-coated marshmallow. I mean, it's amazing.
It's
Anyway,
amazing.
so,
Have you ever
once you
toasted them over the fire? Because I have heard that's delicious.
I have not. They
All
they
right.
barely make it out of they usually don't even make it home because I will only
Yeah.
buy 1 package. They usually don't make it from the store to my house.
Oh my goodness.
There you
All
go.
right, so let's
Except
talk really quick about all of those things that we just talked about and something to keep in mind. And I'm sure that as you're watching this, you're probably like, "Oh yeah, I experienced some of those things." And the thing is that a lot of people try to fix the individual things. So it's like, "Oh, I'm not sleeping well. I better really super focus on my sleep." But they're not realizing that everything is connected and you kind of
Mhm.
have to take a step back and look at everything holistically, look at everything, your body and everything as a whole, and all of the factors in your life as a whole. And I know that Christine, one of the things that you teach a lot is about journaling and how important
Mhm.
that is. And that's a huge thing. I don't even know if that's what we were actually planning to talk about today, but it popped into my mind of like when you're looking at anything as a whole, it's so important to journal. That's a huge
Mhm.
reason why I wrote my 30-day journal book, because it's like it helps you to kind of pick apart and think about things in a way that you haven't ever thought about before, so that you can really find out what's holding you back and what's causing the stress and how can you
Yes.
relieve that stress. We can't get rid of stress entirely. There's always going to be stress, but it's how you manage it and how you handle it that is the key.
Yes, and then you
So
get
yeah,
stuck
stop
into that
laughing.
that loop. You have stress, and this is an example. This is
Yeah.
not definitely what's gonna happen. You have stress, you have your hormones shift, so then your energy drops, so then your cravings increase, so then your sleep suffers, so then you have more stress, and the loop just continues and continues and continues. So learning to break the loop.
Yes. It's
because
so
once
funny
you
that
break
you say that
that,
because
you
I
can.
literally wrote a blog post article, a couple weeks ago, I think, about being stuck in a loop. So many of us do that. And think about it too. Like I was in a loop when I had I ended up being diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, but my loop was causing the digestive issues, the gut health issues. And I was having all kinds of issues, but it was literally just that loop over and over and
Mhm,
over again. And then I was getting sicker and sicker and sicker and more frustrated because I didn't know what was going on with my body. So
mhm.
yeah. So anyway, if you're watching this and you feel like you've been stuck on one of those stress induced cycles, let us know. Like drop the word loop if you have ever been stuck on this loop of being
Yes, and
stressed, having
remember,
trust issues.
we are both coaches that can coach you through it.
Yeah.
We have
Mhm.
different methods and different madness, and we complement each other very well. So,
Mhm.
if you are stuck in that loop and you just don't know how to break it, reach out. You're not
Yeah.
alone.
Mhm. Yeah. We love helping people to get unstuck and to get out of that loop because so many people get into the patterns, the and don't even realize it. We have no clue. We are going through life most of the time on autopilot, and we don't even realize that we are getting stuck in these loops that are just causing us to get further and further and further into this spot where we don't want to be. We want to get out of that. So we are here to help you to break those cycles, break the loop and get to a place where you can move forward and past that.
Absolutely. Okay, so are we ready to talk about how to get out of that loop?
Yeah, yeah. Let's talk about some things that we can do. Yeah.
So, first of all, people, let's keep it simple. Don't try
Mhm.
to overhaul your life.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
we say you get to look at all things, but you're going to make baby steps. So, awareness
Mhm.
comes first. That
Yeah,
I teach
because
awareness and
if you
then you
think about overhauling your whole life, that causes more stress. So
Oh my gosh,
that's the
yes.
opposite of what we wanna do is cause you more stress. We want you to be free of stress, or at
Yes,
least partially.
partially. So have you ever now, okay, I'm going to say this and preface it with we are not doctors and not everybody's the same. So, as I say this, if it doesn't land for you, don't it's okay. I hear people say all the time, my sugar dropped. Well, I used to think when I had those energy that it was my sugar dropping, so I'd go eat sugar, and it didn't work.
Mhm.
Well, a friend of mine, and this was many years ago, she goes, "You're probably having a protein crash." And I
Yeah.
went, "What?" I had at that point I'd never heard of it. So, if you're having an energy crash and you go eat sugar and you might feel better for 20 minutes and then you still feel like crap, you probably need protein, not sugar.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably true for a lot of people, but
Mhm.
eat sugar first. No, how about you eat protein first and see if that balances it out?
Yeah, that's a huge reason why I have I put Fit Fuel in my coffee
Mhm.
because it's adding protein literally first thing in the morning before I even eat food, which of course I then try to eat a protein heavy breakfast as well, but definitely putting the Fit Fuel right in my coffee starts me out with getting protein in my body. That way I'm not craving things throughout the day. I don't it like helps you feel full right away, right?
Oh yeah, I absolutely love and I put that in there and I'm a little bit okay, I can't say I'm a protein junkie because I'm really not, but I like to add more protein and mainly cuz it tastes good. The one that I add tastes good, so I add it in. But yes, that's the two things. It also seriously helps my nervous system. And
Mhm.
for me, that is my biggest stress trigger or the other way around. The when I have stress, that's what is affected the most in me is my nervous system. It
Yeah.
affects my tremors. I experience extra tremors and anybody who's watched any of my things, the doctors diagnosed me with essential tremors. However, I experience tremors. I don't have essential tremors because that's not a real diagnosis and that's just a side note, but it affects your nervous system. So, what do we always talk about? Breathing.
Deep breathing. Let's do a deep breathing exercise right now since we're talking about it because we want to calm the nervous system. We
Yes,
want
this
your
is
nervous system
also
to feel safe.
yes, this is also great if you're low on energy.
Mhm.
Because we all breathe so shallow, sometimes your oxygen level is low.
Yeah, and it depends too, we're not gonna get into all of the different breathing techniques because
No.
there are a ton, but certain breathing techniques actually help you to be more energized. We're not gonna
Yeah.
talk about that right now. We're gonna just talk about a super, super simple deep breathing exercise that can literally take 30 seconds or a minute. Everybody has 30 seconds in a day. If
Yeah.
you are booking yourself so solid that you don't have 30 seconds in a day to do a deep breathing exercise, then the problem isn't in the deep breathing. It's in your schedule that you're over scheduling yourself if you
Yeah.
don't have 30 seconds. We all have
So
30 seconds.
you can do it at a stoplight.
Mhm.
When you're stopped
Yep.
at a stoplight, I don't recommend doing it while you're driving because some people
Yeah.
are affected differently. But if
Yep.
you're stopped at a stoplight, you can stop and take 15 seconds and breathe.
Especially if you're finding yourself getting stressed out about traffic or that you're going to be late for something. First of all, you know what? It's probably not life or death. I would say 99% of the time that you get stuck in traffic or that you might be late for
Mhm.
something, it's not going to be a life or death situation. And so you can chill out a little bit. It's not going to be a big deal if you are a little bit late, even if you think it's a big deal. But
Yeah.
taking time to do deep breathing instead of getting yourself even more worked up, because we can't affect, or we have no control over the traffic. We have no control over it. It is what it is. So what we can control though is how we're reacting to it. And so if
Mhm.
we just take a few seconds to do some deep breaths and calm our nervous system, wow, it'll make such a huge difference. It might not move the cars, but it will help you to calm down so that you don't spiral out of control and get yourself in a tizzy. So, yeah, let's just try this together really quick. It's so simple. So, ready? Do a deep breath through your nose. Breathe in, hold it, and breathe out. That was just one time around. Did you already feel that?
I
Like, I just want to make a note before we even do any kind of longer form deep breathing. That literally only took a few seconds
Mhm.
to breathe in, hold it, and then breathe out. And you can experiment with different things of breathing in for a certain time, holding it for a certain time, breathing out for a certain time. You can try just breathing in and out through your nose. You can try breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. You can try breathing in or out just through your mouth. There are so many different variations that you can do with breathing, and holding. And
Yes, go
like
look up
there's
some of our past episodes. I think we did a whole episode on breathing.
I think we did too. Yeah.
I think we did a whole episode on breathing because it is that important.
It
And
is. It's so important.
this is a very good tool to put in your tool chest. If you are wanting to react to somebody, pause, take a deep breath, and then respond. And if you can't respond nicely and productively,
Calmly.
yeah, it might be good to walk away, take a few more deep breaths, and then respond.
Yeah. Yeah. And yes, that is so extremely helpful because we tend to react in the moment without
Mhm,
stopping and thinking about it. And so to train your body, and all of this is a practice. Like everything that we're teaching is a practice. It's not going to come
mhm.
naturally if you haven't been doing it all along. So you practicing and give yourself grace when you accidentally revert back to the way you used to do things.
Yes,
Because it's so easy to react to something in the moment. But if you can practice just pausing a moment and taking a deep breath before reacting to something, wow, you're
mhm,
going to notice that you are able to respond and react so much more calmly. Not only is it helpful for you and your nervous system, but it's also helpful for the other person or people involved. So try working on
absolutely.
that. And there's a
Adapt
couple.
is
Oh, go
adapt
ahead.
is my favorite thing when I'm feeling stressed.
Yes. Yes. I was going to say a couple things that we like to keep in our tool belts as well as a couple supplements that help to calm our nervous system. And so,
Mhm,
like, I personally love to start my day with Adapt because I don't
mhm.
want to have a stressful day. I don't want to have an emotional day. I want my brain to be on, like, what is the right word? I was going to say on par, but that doesn't make sense. Um,
Um,
I want it to be on. I want to be able to function and to be calm about things. But then speaking of calm, we also have calm. I
Yes.
personally like to take calm at the end of the day to calm my mind at the end of the day before I go to sleep, but it can be taken in the middle of the day. It doesn't make you tired. It just helps
No.
you to calm down. And so if
Yeah.
you are a very high strung, high stressed person, try taking it in the middle of the day. And Christine and I can hook you up with all of these. These things are absolutely incredible. We would not talk about them if we didn't love them.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's talk about the next thing that that also affects your body is dehydration. So you want to make sure you are staying hydrated.
Yes.
Dehydration can put so much stress on your body because your body needs to be hydrated in order to function. I mean, do you remember the exact percentage of our body that's made of water? It's like 80% maybe? I don't know. I
Probably. It's you can go back to one of our past episodes because we do talk about that. We talk about hydration and breathing a lot.
Yeah, because they're like literally some of the most important things.
Yeah, if you would breathe and drink water, you would find that your life gets so much better. And I know
Yes.
that sounds dumb because people are like, "Oh, I do both." Are you sure?
Yeah. If
Track how
you're
much water.
literally
I've been tracking how much water I drink, and anybody who knew me 4 years ago when I worked at Home Depot, I was the queen. Well, I have now been paying attention and went, "Oh, I've gotten off track," and I can see the results.
Mhm. Yeah, I
So,
usually drink so this is literally just water, but this is a 40-ounce thing of water, and I drink at least 2 of these in a day, and I also have, a hydrate. So and hydrate is another thing important because it has electrolytes, it has BCAAs, it has all of the good things in it. And so I like to also have that. And I think that my bottle that I mix that up in is like 24 ounces or something like that. And
mhm.
then I generally always have like, something else here and there throughout the day. So I think I have plenty to drink.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I
But
love our
anyway,
hydrate.
yeah, hydration, super important. Let's get through these last few like super quick because I know that we're already over time, but these things are so important. And we talked a little bit about sleep.
And we
How
have an
important is
entire episode on sleep, so definitely go check that out, but definitely sleep and wind down routine. I go to bed before the sun, so I
it?
it I really do. I have blackout curtains. I have an eye mask. If I have to, I put an earplug in if for some reason the dogs are barking or there's noise going on outside. Um, and that's reducing that stimulation and having a cool room.
Mhm. Yeah, there's so many things like you could tune into our sleep episode, but yeah, agreed. Having a wind down routine, something like, for instance, taking the calm at night,
Mhm.
and also like if I'm feeling like I'm too stimulated or I'm not as tired as I would like to be when I would like to calm down and go to sleep, I will also drink Drift. Drift is like a sleep time hot chocolate, and oh my goodness, that literally does the trick. If I drink that within 15 minutes, I am like done. I can hardly function because it like literally puts my brain to sleep and my body like just calms down. It doesn't necessarily turn me to mush, but almost.
Yeah. Well, and I have one that I take I think last week we talked about, or it may have been 2 weeks ago, and we talked about the L-theanine that's in my um chewing gum. Well,
Yeah.
that same company has a sleep aid that I
Oh,
use, and I really like it. And here's the thing, it's not like taking a sleeping pill.
yeah.
It's probably similar to the Drift. I can't take the Drift because it's chocolate and I can't drink it. Otherwise, I would just drink the Drift. But
Yeah.
probably the same thing. You could still, if you had to function,
Oh, for
but
sure, yeah, like, you can
it
still
just is
function,
very
and if you have to get up in the middle of the night, like, if you have little ones or if you have to go to the bathroom, like, you can get up in the middle of the night. It's not like one of those sleeping pills that literally knocks you out cold and you're, like, dead to the world and you have a hard time waking up the next morning. It's not like that at all.
no. It's kinda like, just well, okay, I had a good thought and it ran away. Anyway.
What it does for me anyway, it just helps my entire body relax, and I mix, golden with it too, which helps with reducing inflammation. I have gold in the morning in my coffee, and then if I drink the Drift at night, I also add gold. because it's good for anti-inflammation and just helping your body to relax. And
Mhm.
for me, it literally just helps my whole mind and body like and then what's really cool is I think I have a better night's sleep. I think I sleep much better on those nights because then the next morning I am wide awake, bright and early in the morning, ready to go. And so it definitely doesn't have that after effect that a lot of sleeping pills do.
No, you wake up rested, which is
Yeah.
huge. Huge,
Yes.
huge, huge.
Yeah, that's so important. All
Yeah.
right. And then last but not least, gut support. This is a big one for both Christine and I. We've both had gut health issues in the past, and we're telling you, pay attention to your gut health. We beg you to do it.
Absolutely. If
Oh my
if
goodness.
your head is messed up, chances are your gut's messed up. If your
Yeah,
gut's
because
messed
there's
up,
that
chances are
connection.
your head's get messed up. I mean, they're connected. It's
Uh-huh.
just it is
Yeah.
a biological fact. That's
Mhm.
not from us. It's just a biological fact.
Yeah.
Fit fuel is probably the best thing. And I mean, the probiotics that we just started taking,
Mhm.
I don't think I'm taking them correctly. I just read that this morning and I get to dig
Really?
into that. Yeah, I thought I was taking them with food, with my meals. And one of the people in our group said to take, and I don't remember which one it is, one of them in the morning on an empty stomach, and then one of them with dinner at night. And she had
The
like
refresh, it says specifically to take it with a meal.
I think they both do. So I don't know. I get to
Well,
research
yeah,
into that.
yes, they do. Renew also says preferably with a meal. Well, whatever. It's
Yeah.
still good for us. Like and one of them is a digestive enzyme and then the other one is a probiotic. But what I love about the Fit Fuel is it has both. It has the
Yes.
digestive enzymes, it has the probiotics, prebiotics, the protein, the collagen, the everything. Like everything is in one. So might as well do that. It's like
I
one
know.
one product that covers many other products. So it's like if you're doing this, you could probably like cut out all of these things and just have the one. And it's delicious. I personally
Oh
love
my
to
gosh.
mix my Fit Fuel with frozen raspberries and just blend it up. It is so absolutely delicious. It is like a raspberry smoothie, and it literally is only a couple ingredients. So, oh,
Yum.
actually, I think I also add water. Yes, I add water.
Well, that
But
makes sense.
yes,
So we have rattled off so much. I don't know how anybody keeps up with us.
yeah, oh, yeah.
So you may have to watch the replay on slow. But what is one thing that
Mhm.
you are going to do this week or
Yeah,
today? Today, just pick one. Don't try to do them all. Just pick
right.
one.
Right. We talked about so many things. So, yes, pick
Yes.
one small thing that you're going to start implementing today or this week. Or, or maybe something else. Maybe this like triggered something and you're like, "Oh yeah, I used to do that and it really helped me a lot to reduce stress."
And I
Uh,
don't we weren't gonna say this, but this just kind of struck me. If you when you pick that one thing, do it for 7 to 10 days
yeah.
and pay attention and journal and see if it makes a difference. Don't do it once and think it's gonna fix everything because that's not how your body works. You didn't
Yeah.
get here in one day. You're not gonna get out of it in one day.
Mhm. Yep, exactly. I know we have piled on and piled on and piled on stress for and bad habits and everything else for so long that we need to slowly work our way out of it. That is if you want to. Like we're not telling you you have to do these things. If you choose to continue to do things the way you want, and that's your choice. Everybody has a choice. But if you are ready to make a difference in your life, we're giving you regular tools and techniques and resources on a regular basis on our Wellness Wake Up Weekly. So
Yes.
let's wrap things up here because I know that we're a bit over time, but just keep in mind that stress isn't always obvious. It might be underlying, it might be something that's regular stress that you're not even realizing, might be self-inflicted, it might be external, all different things.
Mhm.
But just pay attention because your symptoms are signals to you.
Yes.
So start journaling. How are you feeling? What are things you're experiencing? How are different things that you're doing or eating or drinking react? Like, how is that affecting how you're doing other things and how you're
Yes.
feeling? And the most important thing is that small daily support makes a big difference. Just small. Remember,
Yes.
not a huge overhaul. Pick something little that you can try implementing regularly. regular.
Yes. Well,
Regularly.
and I say try it for 7 to 10 days, but here's the thing, your shift can be immediate.
Mhm.
You don't have to take years to figure this all out.
Oh, for
Just
sure.
get to decide and shift. And if you, like I do sometimes, go, "Hey, I got this thing that just is there and won't get out of my way." You contact Carrie Marie and say, "Hey, I got this thing. Can you unstick it so I can move on?" I did that
Yeah.
last week, I think. Maybe it was
Yeah.
this week. I think it was last
It was
week. I just
yeah,
sent
it
her a
was
message and
last
I'm
week.
like, "Help." So it happens. I am
Mhm.
definitely not all together. So
Yeah, yeah.
what are we talking about
And the
next
cool
week?
thing is that next week, it's funny because we were saying about one small thing that you're doing regularly. Next week, we're actually talking about small habits that actually move the needle. Huge, like tiny things can make a huge difference. So we're diving deeper into that next week. So be sure to stay tuned. We're going live every Wednesday morning for the Wellness Wake Up Weekly at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, because we want to bring you tools and techniques and tips that will help you to
Yes.
just be well, to feel happy.
Yeah. Get through the chatter and know that we're doing these things. We're
Yeah.
not simply speaking these things. This is not a do as we say, not as we do. This is do as we do.
Mhm. Yeah. Yep.
So,
We are practicing these things ourselves, and we are
yes.
sharing with you what's working, because why not? We have found things that have made such a huge difference in our lives and made us feel so good that we're like, we want to bring it to you. And so that's why we do this every week.
Yes. I love it. Okay,
Awesome.
everybody go have a wonderful blessed day and we will see you next week.
Yes.